Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Cachet Tarot. It doesn't give a creator, which I still find odd, but it does give a publisher, topthatpublishing.com. That, T-H-A-T. I think I trip and call it Top Hat a lot, but it's Top That, T-H-A-T. Top. All right, brain. Let's get together. Topthatpublishing.com. Yeah. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you are so interested. Focus. Thank you. All right. Supportive Oracle cards. Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Website rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as in apple, U as an umbrella. Cool. Great. Wonderful. Wonderful. What do we have for Taurus? Why do I like that? I like you got the Four of Cups at the top, which is usually like things are mostly good. It's like having four pieces, like of the whole. It's like a dollar. There's four quarters in a dollar. You like three of it, and one of them's just a little bit off, and it just kind of annoys you. But for some reason, I feel like this is gonna very easily work to your favor. You got a lot of good energy here. The fact that one piece is messed up, that really seems to be a good thing. I'm wondering if you're already seeing it that way. Kind of like with that one piece that's a little bit screwy, it's always on your mind that I gotta fix it. I gotta make it better. I gotta perfect it because that's not acceptable. I'm trying to think of a way to... It's almost like, if you have a house... You like everything about the house, but the front porch is screwy. Maybe it's off. Maybe there's some rotted boards on one side, and it doesn't work right. I just can't. I don't want people out there because I don't feel it's safe. There's always that one piece, but it's also kind of like I'm always planning to find a better way to like fix that, to have it corrected, and then when it's corrected, to have it made the way I want to. So if I'm going to have it corrected, for example, maybe you have a front porch, and it's not the biggest porch. It's like, there's a 2-foot walkway over to the side. It opens up to maybe a 5x5 space. It's not really the biggest thing, but it's like, since I have to have it corrected anyway and I want to keep it, I might as well make it what I want it to be. So I can make the walkway, 3.5 feet instead of 2 feet. And then when we get into there, I can make it up to 15 feet, but I don't know if I want that whole thing. Maybe I'll make it like, 10 to 12 over one way, and then maybe 10 feet out, so I have bigger space. I don't need the whole space, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like if I'm going to do it, I'm going to plan to make sure I do it the way I want to. But maybe there's just everything just keeps getting in the way. It just keeps getting delayed. Even though it's a little bit of a aggravation, it's also kind of like it keeps me on point to keep working at it to get it going better. Something about this is really going to your favor, though. It's kind of like, because I keep getting this weird feeling like I'd like it to just be right, but the fact that it's not does seem to keep working in your favor. You've already done a lot of work on this situation as it is. So if we're going to use the house analogy, so like, there was 4 pieces, the front porch is the last piece that's not correct. You've already fixed and corrected 3 pieces of it. So you've fixed the interior, you've fixed the outside, you've done this, you've done that, you've done the wiring, you've done the water, whatever you need to do. You've done the painting. You've done most of it. Like 75% of the situation is correct the way you wanted it. When you did get it, when you first started the situation, it was going to take a lot of work. It was a mess. But it's ironic because when I see the devil card, I feel people see the devil card and they're like, oh no, the devil card, blah, 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 blah. First of all, it's in your past, so you've already overcome this. It is an earth card. It talks about Capricorn sometimes. You're not Capricorn, you're Taurus. But that's a compatible energy with Taurus, because it has a lot of rules, regulations, and boundaries. Taurus knows how to do that. Oh, that's the boundary. I can work with that. This is my restriction. I can work with that. Tell me the rules. I'll make the rules work the way I need them to. So this was a difficult situation. I feel like when you got involved in this, it was harder for other people than it was for you, because this is how Taurus thrives. You want boundaries. You want restrictions, ironically, because when those are set, you're like, all right, those are the restrictions. All right, now I'll create my plan based on these restrictions, and then I'll succeed. Not that you want, restrictions that are going to strangle you. I'm not saying that. But, knowing the boundaries, working with the boundaries, making the boundaries work to your benefit, that seems to be a very, very much a Taurus thing. What's coming in? It doesn't seem like this is bad. Usually when Six of Wands, he's got success coming in. When I'm seeing the void come towards you. I almost feel like this is a person. Somebody needs your help. Somebody wants you to help them. I think if we're going to use that porch analogy, if I may, it's almost like you have this person, they're like, you know what, Taurus, I got a lot going on. It's only going to be a couple more months, but if I really had somebody to help me out with this stuff, it would make my life so much easier. This is maybe the same person that's really good with home repairs, and they maybe that they've fixed porches before, or they know how to do woodworking or stuff like that. They know how to do that stuff, and you feel like they do a good job at it. And it's kind of like, all right, I see that you're needing. Ironically, I need too, and I know that you're not in a place right now to give me help. But after 2 to 3 months, after this is all set, if I can make this a lot easier on you and make this more comfortable for you, I'll bring down your stress, I'll take on some of your responsibilities, I'll make that go easier for you for 2 to 3 months until things are cool with you. After that's done, what would really work for me is I really need some help with this porch. Would you be willing to do that for me? If I do this for you, will you do that for me? Because it's like, I feel like whoever this is, they feel like they're drowning. They're like, there's so much going on, Taurus. I don't know. I can't live my life. I'm really overwhelmed. I get like 3 to 4 hours of sleep because it's all I have left. I have to work and get things done. Everything else, every other time, that's the only time I have to sleep, and it's chopped up as it is. You're like, listen, I'll help you with this. I'll do that if you help this for me. It's like a very good barter. You also seem to know it's going to take some time. I use 3 to 4 months, or I use 2 to 3 months, but you know what I mean. You're not going to get what you want right away. I don't see you investing your time in somebody that you think is going to screw you over, though. So you've already evaluated this person. If this is playing out this way, I know it's a general read. You know that you can trust them. It's going to take some time. The Seven of Pentacles is like it's going to be some time before you get what you want. But you're like, when I do get it, though, I'll get what I want, and I'll get it at the price I want. Probably. You're planning for the future. You got a lot of Earth coming in. I say that, and there's like 3 cards. But it does feel like a lot. Well, is there 3? Yeah, there's 3. 4. I knew there was another one. Waiting, planning, putting things in action. Whoever this is extremely, extremely grateful for your help. Extremely grateful for your help. Not that you're going to take that lightly. I don't think you would. But keep in mind, as this is going on, this might give birth to some extra opportunities that you weren't originally considering. The person that you're helping is going to be thinking about you and possibilities going forward, because you've given them time to relax. So again, it's like this is a person that's like they from the start of the day. They go. It's like a 20-hour day, and they just can't stop. And then all they can do is sleep. They barely have time to eat. They're just constantly go. You take it down, so like they're kind of like, instead of a 20-hour day, maybe like a 15-hour day. They're getting better sleep, probably not as much, but that amount has made their life so much better. You do what you can, but like instead of them working 20 hours straight, they're working 15 hours. It does mean a lot to them. They're thinking about other possibilities with you. There's a lot of success coming in with this. And the person you're helping has a lot of ideas for you. A lot of ideas for you. They really appreciate what you're doing. It means a lot to them. Because what I see coming forward, they're definitely going to uphold their side of things, for sure. You mean a lot to them. A lot. This is somebody, you know what I mean? They're going to bend over backwards to give you not only fix your porch, but give you the porch you actually want, and probably bring forward ideas to make it as beneficial for you as possible. One when they have time to, so for example, say this period of time is going to last 2 to 3 months. When that period of time passes, that's when all these conversations come in. They're going to be very active. They're going to have a lot of ideas for you. Yeah. You got other cup. You have eights coming in. Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. They're going to offer you something. It's going to be very alluring. They seem to, I feel like they're going to understand that, like, you don't make 5-second decisions. It's just not a Taurus thing. You need time to think about it. You need time to mull it over. It seems like they should know that. It feels like they will. Can't guarantee it. Of course, it's a general reading. Can we get a little bit more about that? What is that? The 12? Yep. 12, which is the Hermit, and then the Knight of Fire, half in, half out. They're still very busy, but they're very careful to, like, I don't feel like this is going to come in like, here's, take it or leave it. It's not going to come in like that. I do feel like they're coming forward with possibilities, and they're asking you if you want to be a part of certain things going forward. You do have time to decide if you want it or not. It's some type of business opportunity is what I keep getting. Like, I keep feeling pentacles. There's like 4 cards out of 10. Well, 5. And actually I have extra cards here. It just feels very pentacle heavy in the sense of, like, it's going to go your way. It's going to give you time to think about what you need to think about. It's not stressful, but it could go into the stressful. So, does that make sense? It's not stressful, but it could make you feel stressed. Because for a lot of you, I feel like this is about a business opportunity that could be either another job or maybe going into a business, some type, like starting a business, becoming a business owner type thing. Starting a business is very risky. But Taurus doesn't get involved with stuff like that unless they really feel confident that, one way or another, it'll at least break even, but more than likely it'll flourish. You have the ability to create something new, but it's like, it feels like base income change. So, for example, if you work at one company, you might have an opportunity at another company because of this with better pay. But it's kind of like the change is a little stressful. It's kind of like, I have to now look at this company, and are they going to stick around, and do I believe in them? Vice versa, if it's going to be a business opportunity, it's kind of like, I'm going to have to put research into this. Do I really think this will work? Do I think this will stay around for the long haul? A short distance is not good enough. This may work for the next couple years, but do I believe it'll work for the next decade or two? They're bringing forth a business opportunity that I don't see you really expecting until they have time to themselves to really talk out things. It may be something that they've already kind of developed, but they need a partner or somebody they believe that can help them, uphold it. You could end up with something much more than you expected. So if we're going to use that porch analogy, this person's really good with doing things like that. And they're like, well, I've thought about doing that at least as a side business, but I would need somebody, to help me with the costs and help me keep it managed. I need somebody to help manage it, to help me find the business and to keep the business and to keep everything on schedule to make sure I get everything done. And otherwise I could get overwhelmed. If you want to be my 50-50 partner, because I feel like you wouldn't get involved unless it was 50-50, I'll do the work. I'll decide, I'll get the work. I'll do the work and I'll make it all happen if I could have you order stuff, help me things get scheduled, help things keep things in line that way. Your half of the business would be the technical side. My half of the business would be doing the work. What do you think? Do you think this is something you'd be interested in trying out? It would just be a part-time thing to start, but it could end up being a full-time thing. Something like that as an analogy. You have time to think about it, because I don't see it like, 5 seconds. I don't see that. That would be the unexpected opportunity that may work in your favor. if this reading is hitting you in a certain way, and it's like if this kind of happens for you, they're saying start thinking about how connected you would like to be with this person. Would you like to be connected with them more on a daily basis than what you currently are? It's like, so for example, if you see this person once or twice a week, seeing them every day, maybe once or twice a day, maybe even more, would that work for you? Try to evaluate this person's personality if you feel you mesh with them in a sense that you would like to work with them that much. That's where this is going. Because that's your unexpected opportunity coming here at the end. It's not like you have to make a 5-second decision, but they're saying as you keep, getting to know this person, as you're helping this person and they're going to help you out, watch their personality, soak in that personality, decide for yourself, do you enjoy this personality or is it okay? Because I feel like that's how this is going to go. It's either like, yeah, they're okay, or do I like them? Do I like hanging out with them? Do I like that energy around me a lot? Or is it kind of like, well, they got some rough edges. I only talk with them once or twice a week, so it's not that big a deal. Not that big a deal. So if they have a little bit of a rough edge personality, it's kind of like, it doesn't bother me that much because I don't see them that much. Just like keep evaluating it that way. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.